Hello, this is Gina with your Kingdom Sewing Minute Clinic. Today we'll be focusing on the needle down pivot feature that you'll find on some of the newer machines these days. I'll start with our Janome Skyline S7. And we'll take a look here. You'll be able to see this button here in yellow is our needle down pivot button, so we want to engage that feature there. And what that will do for us is when we have our needle programmed to stop in the down position, our foot actually will come up so that we can easily turn our fabric without having to let go of our sewing project. So let me show you how that works. I've got my AccuFeed foot here on the Janome Skyline S7. And as I'm doing my stitch in the ditch, I'm going to come down to a point where I need to turn. And when I stop sewing, you'll see that the foot comes up so that I can easily use both of my hands to turn my project, and I don't have to reach around and lift up the presser foot. I can keep both of my hands on my little quilt here. So let me show you that one more time. I'm going to come to the corner and stop. And because my camera's in the way, I'm going to turn my fabric the opposite direction, but I can do that because my foot comes up automatically and I don't have to take my hands off of my fabric to do that. And then I can continue on down my next seam. So Baby Lock has a similar feature on some of their machines. So let's take a look at the Baby Lock Soprano. You can see this machine here. Our pivot feature on this machine is this button here. So I'll engage that. And here's another great way to be able to use that needle down pivot feature. So I've got a piecing foot, a 1/4 inch piecing foot on this machine. And we'll go ahead and do our piecing here, our 1/4 inch seam. So we'll sew along. As we come to the end, I'm actually going to sew off a little bit as if you were doing your chain piecing, but this time the foot comes up, so it's much easier for me to slide my next pieces underneath and continue on. It makes it easier for you to position your fabric under the needle. So again, I'm going to go off a couple stitches. The foot raises automatically for me, so I have both hands to line up my next pieces of fabric. And away we go. So that's your needle down pivot feature found on both Janome and Baby Lock sewing machines. And this has been your Kingdom Sewing Minute Clinic.